G'day folks, this is a cheap nasty little Chinese air conditioner that one of my mates gave me. Same one that got me the tyre machine, V8 Jagnut. Thank him gratefully for that one. Yeah, he didn't have the time to play around with this thing, so he gave it to me, and well, apart from needing a good dose of Bagon, or mortine in this case, it seems to run just fine. The valves were left wide open, indicating that they'd recovered all the gas from it or just let it out and discarded it because the interior unit was probably stuffed. Definitely needs a good clean up, but I'm not going to go to the trouble of cleaning it up. What I'm thinking of doing, instead of blowing up the coil from my old Mitsubishi with overpressure, I'm just going to see what happens when you pump one of these things down for too long with the suction line wide open but the discharge line fully sealed. Being Chinese, there's a good chance that the compressor housing isn't built for that sort of pressure, so it could turn into a big frag grenade. Likewise the coils, I imagine the copper will fail first because Chinese copper is notoriously soft and thin, but there's always a good chance that the compressor housing could fail or something like that. Make a nice little bang. Just start her up anyway. Very noisy compressor. Basically all I'm going to do is take my pressure gauge and screw it onto here, blocking the discharge line and giving me a reading of what's going on inside. And that's wide open. It is a working rotary compressor, but they're just a bit cheap and nasty for me, so I'll just kill any bugs that'll arrive inside it, put the whole thing back together again. I'll leave all these casings on just in case it does actually explode, and I'll set it out in the yard one day and do a video to see how long it takes to go pop. I mean, something's got to go. I've only got a tiny little metering line here, so it takes a while for the pressure to bleed out of the condensing coils. That's why the system's overpressurised if your condensing coils are all plugged up or your fan's not working. Gas doesn't travel through one of those as fast as liquid does. Plus the gas is supposed to be condensing down into a liquid and reducing the volume and pressure anyway, so just the laws of thermodynamics. But I'll get a few good parts out of this, and well, at least first I'll see what happens when you really pump them down hard. I'm not going to close the suction line because once it goes into vacuum, the pressure on the high side isn't going to rise anymore. Once you hit something about 30 inches in mercury, the high side pressure will stop rising because there's nothing being sucked from the low side. But if I leave the low side open to the air and just seal this up, we might have a good little show here. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll shelve plans of using that one there for a blow-up test. I might just use the bare coil for explosion test, but I'm going to try and use this one, and I hope my mate V8 Jagnut likes it because that's his old unit.